I'm going to do a review on this USB microphone. This has been sent to me for free by Banggood for the purpose of review. So make sure you check out the link down below for this item if you're interested in the microphone. Banggood have also given me a discount code, so if you want a deal on these things too, then use my code that's down below. So let's get into this thing. It slides out. Specs, it's got some specs on it. It does. Here you go. Let's look at the specs on the back. Specifications 20 to 20, as you expect, 48 kHz, as you expect, 24-bit, sensitivity minus 36 dB, and signal to noise 80 dB, maximum SPO 120, and it's got a USB-C connection. You have to excuse the mess on the back of my desk. I've got a few projects on the go right now. Okay, we have a little manual and some other bits of things in here. So look, oh, we've got some stickers, warranty card thing. It looks like, yeah, quality certificate. Yeah, okay. Here's the actual manual. Oh, it's like a quick start fold out thing. Really, I don't know. Plug it in. So you can use it on your phone, tablet, computer. If you can use a USB-C port, then you can use it basically. Here you go. Right, so there's those two pages there. And we've got this other page over here which has got the specifications we saw before. So it does have a mute function as well, so it tells you when it's muted, but the controls are on the back of the unit, which is a little bit of a pain. I suppose once you've got these things set up, you don't really need to do much more. So let's get it out. So it's got its phone protection in the front. There's the microphone and the base. Just try and get these out together. There we go. Yeah. Desiccant gel. Nothing else in the bottom there. Pull this out as well. So it's quite a nice sturdy box set. If you want to keep this thing in storage, you know, you just want to store it and just get it out occasionally when you want to use it, then you can probably keep the original box. So we'll look at this accessory box, get this out of the way. We have in here, we have a adapter mount of some kind. Is that 1/4 inch to something else? I don't know what that is. Some kind of adapter mount. We've got a USB-C to USB-C and a USB-C to USB-A. So let's have a close look at the mic. Now the base is a very heavy weighted base. That's actually quite well weighted. That is magnetic. Sort of sits on there. I'm guessing that is something to do with that part. Now it's got this rubber bushing thing here. It was rubberized. It's not actually rubber. That is PVC, I think. Plasticized PVC. So it's fairly rigid. It's not as rubbery as I'd like it to be. There's that insert which goes on there. So this is how you can convert it to a 1/4 inch standard like tripod mount kind of thing. So if you want to put this on a boom instead of having a base, then you can do that instead. So that's what that's for. Now this is keyed with like a square key, so it won't spin around on a base. You can see that in there. The mountings, so you've got the screws go through the sides. So that's just a hard screw. There's no rubberization on there. That's just plastic, hard plastic. There is rubber mounting on the inside edge, but the fact that you've got this hard contact on the bracket on the outside means you might as well not really have the rubber on the inside edge, because it's not going to be doing anything, because the vibrations will come straight through the bracket, through that screw into this. So the whole thing should be rubber mounted really. It should be like a rubber bush, which the screw is then compressing the rubber bush of to pinch against the bracket and that. So that's what it should really be. But I mean, they've made an effort, but I don't think it's really suitable. I don't think it's going to do the job. So you have to watch out for vibrations and you know, surface impacts. You got something that surface, any bang a surface, it will come through on the mic. As you can see, it's an SR-MV2000. Says controls on the back there. I wish they'd done in white instead of black, because then you can actually, you know, kind of read them a bit easier. Because you've got no lighting on there, you can't see them. You have to get reflections off it to get the markings. Yeah. So anyway, you've got USB-C. You've got a headphone jack here, so you plug your headphones into monitoring it. You've got a gain or mute. These are push buttons. And you've got mic and USB. So that's headphone volume. See, it's headphone. And that's microphone volume. So I'm not quite sure what it means by mic/USB. I mean, yeah, I mean you want to turn it up to get the mic volume for the headphones, but yeah, I don't know, it's interesting. I just wish those markings were in white. It just would have been a bit easier to see. So something I will be doing is actually hooking it up to my computer, and we'll do some audio checks, and we'll compare this microphone against my Samsung mic. So this is my Samsung Go mic, which is what I normally use to do my live streams. It's like a mobile kind of portable microphone system. So you like clip that onto a screen and have that on top of your screen like that, or something. You know, it's like a ball joint up here. So you put it, you know, any angle you kind of need it to be. It actually folds down into here as well to hold it secure, and it's actually got a pouch that comes with it. So nice little mic, but I just have it sitting with my computer all the time. It doesn't go anywhere. But I didn't actually need a portable mic. I saw this mentioned by Davey blog, and I thought, oh, I'll get one and give it a go, and it's been okay. But I thought I'll try this one out. I want to see how this one goes in comparison. So we'll check that on the computer, do A/B comparison test between the Samsung and the Saramonic, and you can decide which one you prefer the sound of. They will have different tones. This does have some adjustments on it, which can change the toning. It's got a directional mode, minus 10 dB attenuation, and a omnidirectional mode. Omnidirectional mode makes the tone a bit deeper because it gets more room echo, room noise. So it actually changes the tonality of the microphone, and also does make it louder because it's getting reflections and nearby and that sort of stuff. Omnidirectional and directional are the ones I will show you on this thing. So directional will be probably closer to what this thing is like, just so you know what I'm doing with the switch when we do those comparisons, because I will demonstrate both modes of this microphone in comparison to the Saramonic. So I thought I'd just do my OBS kind of live stream setup to do this comparison, A/B comparison, because I can do switching over between the two microphones very easily, and just makes it easier. Okay. Right now I'm using the Samsung Go mic, which is what I normally use. What I'd often do though is I've actually got this cloth that sits here, and I have the Go mic sitting on top of this cloth just to help any vibrations to the desk, because I do tend to bang the desk a bit and tap it and that sort of stuff, right? So that does come through the microphone. Now the Samsung Go mic is currently on omnidirectional, which means it's very loud. It's probably a bit harsh. It's probably clipping a little bit. If I drop that down to directional, that'll make it quieter, and it will change the tonality, right? So you've got an idea of what the two tones of that particular microphone sound like now. These two mics are side by side. They're exactly the same distance away from me. So when I switch over, you better hear a direct comparison. Now what I've done on the Saramonic is I've turned the volume all the way up on that. So the gain is turned to maximum. So it's at its best potential. So I'm going to switch over to that microphone now, and we will see what it comes out like. There will be a time difference, so I'll overlap them. There we go, overlapping. Now this is the Saramonic microphone. Okay, so this is what this one sounds like instead. My tone hasn't changed, my voice hasn't changed, my levels haven't changed. I'm still talking the same volume. So it should hopefully give you a comparison between the Saramonic microphone at full gain and the Samsung microphone in directional mode. Right, so Saramonic and the Samsung microphone. Okay, so that way you can hopefully hear the difference between the two, and when I switch over you'll probably hear that there's a bit of a tonality change there, and probably a volume change too. I do have the volumes kind of matched on OBS here, but it's not perfect. There will be a slight difference probably. The Saramonic is quieter than the Samsung, so that's something to consider. You can pretty much compensate for that in your software anyway, and it is quite a distance away. It's like basically arm's length away from me. If I had the microphone closer, it would sound very different. So at this point, this is basically me sitting at my desk. I've got my keyboard here, and the microphones are behind the keyboard. That gives you an idea of the setup I've got here right now. If I do things like bang on the desk, so this is on the Samsung Go mic, don't forget. So bang on the desk, moving the mouse around, clicking the mouse, gives you an idea of the Go mic. Just switch over to the same thing. Right, moving the mouse around, clicking, banging the desk with the same hand, same effort. Alright, gives you an idea of the tonality of that. My cat's here, she wants to say hello probably. Hopefully that comparison will be enough to maybe understand what the two mics sound like. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to put the mics on my pad here, and we'll do a comparison on the pad with the same impacts on the desk to give you an idea of true comparison when they're baffled a little bit. Okay, I'll do the Saramonic first because it's already on. Okay, so the Saramonic's now on that cloth, and hopefully I'll do the same taps. Mouse. Right. So now I'm going to swap over to the Samsung. I've already put the Samsung onto the cloth. This is still in directional mode as well, so I think that's a closer comparison between the two, is directional. There we go. It's now on the Samsung microphone on the cloth. Same deal. I'll attach the desk. Move the mouse. Click it. Okay, so hopefully those give you an idea. Saramonic, it's got a VU meter on the front, so as you talk you can see the level. This means you can confirm that it's on and it can hear you. And as you adjust the gain on the back, it shows you what the gain actually is. Alright, So as you turn it up and down, the level changes on the gauge there to show you that it's up or down or whatever. Okay, handy little feature. I'm going to move the Saramonic closer to me, and I'll change over to that one again, and I'll have it quite close, right? So basically how you should have it when you're doing stuff. And let's pick it up so you can see how far away it is from me. So this is now about, I don't know, hand distance, right? So that's that volume there, and that's just talking normally, no difference. I haven't changed my tone, I haven't changed my volume at all, still talking the same levels. This gives you an idea of the tonality difference between near and far. Okay, so this is 6 inches away roughly, compared to about a foot away here, and about arm's length away here. So you're getting a bit of an idea about the tonality between different ranges, about a foot away again, and back to 6 inches again about here. Okay, now if you're doing podcasts and something like that, you might actually be even closer than that. You might be up to here somewhere. Now this is probably clipping it. Let me just turn it again down the other way. Turn it down a bit more. Here we go. So if I'm really close to the microphone, then this is more like what you're going to get. And you might find this kind of volume and this kind of tone sounds better because it's just closer. You get less room effects and that kind of thing. Ideally, you do have the microphone as close as you can get it. Sometimes it's not possible. For me in my setup here, I'm always moving around the room, I'm doing things across the room, that sort of thing. So I should actually show you one over at my main desk, because my microphone stays set up here, and I actually move over to there. So it should be interesting to see what it sounds like at distance as well. So let's give that a go. Turn the gain back up. And I'm going to put this microphone where I normally put my Samsung microphone. I'm going to put it over here, which is halfway between the two spaces. Alright, so that is now even slightly further away. My cat's here, and she's rather skittish. I should show you my cat, shouldn't I? Here's Paul. She likes being touched. Well, she likes being stroked, but she hates being touched. And she doesn't like being picked up, although she used to like it, but now she doesn't, and she just wants to get away again. She's a really conflicted cat. She's a bit nutty, I think. You don't care about the cat, you're here for the microphone. Like I said, nothing's changed at this maximum gain again like it was when I was sitting just here. Let's switch over to my desk view, which is messy. This is where I'd normally be if I'm doing work during a live stream, fixing something, whatever. I'll be right here. Microphone's obviously in the middle there. Nothing's changed in that position. Gives you an idea. Okay, so this is where I'd be. This is the volume you'd get at this distance. This is about probably 1.5 meters away from where I was. So let's come back over here. What I'm going to do is switch back to my Samsung mic. So I'm back onto the Samsung Go mic now. Back over to my desk. This gives you a direct comparison between us two microphones, hopefully before and after. You might have to skip back and forth between the two, and that's in directional mode. And if I make it omnidirectional, so that's omnidirectional mode, which does make this area louder and changes the tonality and that sort of stuff. Okay, so there you go, there's the comparisons. So that's a comparison before and after. You know, this Samsung is what I'm on now, and if I go back to the Saramonic, there we go, it's back on a Saramonic again. So the Samsung's where it's normally be, in between me and the other desk, and the Saramonic is right in front of me. I'll get the links down below. Get some discounts. So as you can hear, it's not a bad microphone. It actually works quite nicely. It's got quite nice tones to it. It is different to the Samsung mic. Doesn't quite have the same tonality. It's a bit less bassy, for my opinion anyway, from what I could hear. But you might prefer that. It might suit your voice better. It does seem like a nice mic. I mean, it is robustly built. It looks like it's quite well designed. The only thing I don't really like about it is the rubber mountings. I don't think they're adequate. I think if you got rid of those rubber mountings, it would work a lot better. But you know, maybe have a proper boom mic which has got proper rubber mountings on it and stuff like that. You know, those actual cage rubber mountings, you know, shockproof things. Kind of need something like that, really, I think. Because if you've got a nice desk, and as you heard for bashing the desk, then you know you hear the noises through it quite readily. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up if you like the video, and click the bell icon if you want notifications about future videos so you don't miss out on my future stuff. Catch you later. Bye.